everybody. Sorry, this is Judd at White Wave Trading Strategies. Just to give you a little update as to our positions, my positions. We've had a couple of different buys in the metals. We're still long the metals. We're not getting in, and the metals are a time and target proposition. I've been begging people for the last month and a half in the room to not trim your positions. This is the third time I've seen the metals go vertical in 52 years of trading. And, you know, it's not for the faint of heart when something goes vertical. The metals for me are time and target now. I posted my targets in the silver, the platinum, the gold. The last few occurrences of this these gold and metals trades from 1980 and then again in 08 to 09, they've all run out of steam in like the second or third week in January. So as long as it's all Asian buying and everybody in the United States, every fundamental analyst has got it wrong, and everybody that's posting on YouTube has it wrong, you know, I'm going to stay the course of the positions. I'm along for the last. We bought again in August. We got on the November high at the 4,400 target in gold. Took off the gold, silver, and platinum, and then we put it all back on again November 21st. Everything and more. We bought more. We bought the miners in the room. We bought everything. So I've been trying not to touch the trade until this plays out. Now this is this is long the S&P, short the gold. We've been on this for 2 quarters. That it was for the last 3 quarters that the S&Ps were no good against the metals. I'm going to show you S&P Platinum. You know, that's getting a little juicy down here on a quarterly chart. So somewhere down here into the clouds, you'd expect some sort of a bounce. And I do not, and the other one is silver. So the when the bars go down, that short S&P's long silver. This trade is not over. Not over. That's a semi-annual. We've been really focused on the quarterly, where it's much more prevalent on the quarterly, the last 2 quarters. And you know, these Fibonacci numbers are life of contract. They go back to 1969, 1970. So and that's why I use S&P cash, so you have a longer data set against the S&Ps. Now I'm going to show you one more chart that's important. You know, Ira Harris and Richard Bernoulli have done some podcasts with Dr. Faber, and since May he's been saying that the platinum is going to outperform the gold and go over the gold, the price of gold. This is a big time chart pattern. This is long platinum, short gold on a quarterly. You can see where it topped in 08, and now it's bottoming here in 25 on an annual chart. This is no small thing. And my biggest positions right now are in platinum and the platinum miners. So that is not going to change. Now, if you're interested and you want to join the room, which is pretty much a lot of professional traders, you can just go to whitewavetradingstrategies.com and put in your name and email and join us. It's live trading every day. We do our updates. You know, we have some short-term traders that do unbelievably well. We have a lot of swing traders and longer time frame traders. And over the years, we've had some really adept options traders that are able to make a fortune using the work. So you're more than welcome to come in for a free trial. That's all I've got. And for everybody else that's a member or a subscriber, it's time or target. And I'm looking at the target. You guys know what the target is. And that's where I'm going to start trimming all my positions. In the meantime, there's a possibility we got another 2 full weeks of this. All right, thanks again.